Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? Nick Castellanos has signed with the Phillies. Welcome back, everyone. We were just here. And of course, I end the stream, and then that's when Castellanos wants to sign. Come on, Castellanos. You couldn't have done it like 20 minutes earlier. Come on. Anyway, everyone, what's going on? We're back. We're going to break this down. Nick Castellanos going to the Phillies. This is a huge move. Absolutely huge move. Let's pull up the Fangraphs here. Let's go on over to the Phillies depth chart. Let's go see how Castellanos is going to fit into this lineup. This is big, very big. But let's get to the story first. Right around 200 people. Everyone, please hit that like button for me. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Hit the crap out of that like button. Here we go. Sharing the screen. John Heyman says here $100 million for 5 years. Jeff Passan, he's tweeting it out here. Also, I believe, who was the first to do it? Someone, Seth Cummings. They were closing in on a deal. But yeah, this is big news. Finally, Nick Castellanos coming off the board. I mean, in the end, this whole offseason, we were wondering, where is Castellanos going to go? We were hearing about the Marlins. I mean, the Marlins were the big one. You know, the Reds, were they going to bring him back at some point earlier on in the offseason? Then ended up being probably not. We had heard the Nationals at one point. The Padres were a big one for Nick Castellanos. And we had maybe heard couple of things about the Seattle Mariners at one point. There were a lot of teams, and the White Sox, they were a popular one for Nick Castellanos as well. In the end, decides to go to Philly, and this lineup now, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the offseason. I've been saying it until I'm blue in the face, and I've said it and said it and said it. The Phillies' top of the order last year was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. This is going to be the last time I talk about this, but let's go to the splits leaderboards on Fangraphs. I know a lot of you have already seen me point this stat out, but this is for the people maybe first time coming in. If you're just finding this channel for the first time, which, by the way, if you are new to the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button. We're on our way to 30K. Hopefully get there by the end of the season. That would be nice. Everyone hit the like button. Share the stream. Actually, really quick, I'm going to go share this stream out to the baseball world really quick. Hold on one second. I'm going to put this onto Twitter. Hold on one second, everyone. Just sharing this out on Twitter. We're talking Castellanos to the Phillies. We got a couple other things that we're going to talk about as well. A couple interesting rumors out there. Let's go take a look here. All right, that is posted. But let's get to the stats here. Taking a look. If we go here to the team stats from last year, the Phillies were atrocious at the top of the order last year. So taking a look. In the number 1 and 2 spots, they were awful. They were 29th last year in on-base percentage. Okay, or in on-base percentage. Taking a look here, with a 305 on-base percentage in the number 1 and 2 spots in the lineup. Okay, and now look at their lineup now. They just reinvented the entire top of the order. Going to the Phillies, where are we at? So now, here is the beauty. You can have Kyle Schwarber lead off, and Nick Castellanos is your number 2. Bryce Harper, your number 3. JT Realmuto, batting cleanup. Rhys Hoskins, 5th spot. Alec Boehm at the bottom of the order to take some pressure off of him. Didi Gregorius had a bad season. He's going to have some pressure taken off of him. Gene Segura. Here's the thing about Gene Segura. When I look at his numbers from last year, he had a 348 on base, so he definitely could have been a guy at the top of the lineup. But when you look at guys like Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos, they had good on base percentages, but their slugging percentages were just through the roof. These two bats at the top of the lineup are going to be insane. It's going to be nuts at the top of the lineup. If Schwarber can stay healthy and produce like he did, which I don't see why not, because the hitting coach for the Phillies now was the hitting coach for the Nationals, and he was the one that helped get Kyle Schwarber back on track. This is going to be a very good lineup. This National League East is going to explode. It's going to be a insane division. This is wow. What a lineup this is. We're talking about the Dodgers lineup, which, yeah, I would say you got to put the Dodgers ahead of the Phillies. But holy cow, look at this lineup. This is so good. Like, this is balanced. You got guys that get on base. You got guys that can hit home runs. I mean, Alec Bohm, imagine if Alec Bohm steps it up next year, and takes that step forward. Oh my God, this lineup could be really good. This could be a really good lineup. And of course, obviously, MVP Bryce Harper in here. Are you kidding me? The Phillies, they came on late a little bit here, but this rotation is looking good. They've added a couple of arms for the bullpen. Familia, I mean, it's okay. ERA under 4 last year. Brad Hand, ERA under 4. Love the Corey Knebel signing. Man, but it's not just the guys that they have here. They got a couple of guys down in the minor leagues that can really step up as well. Bryson Stott, just to name one. He could go step into the shortstop spot if Didi just continues to not produce. That would be a really nice injection of youth right here. You got someone like Hans Kraus, who is projected for the rotation as of right now, but he's an exciting young arm that they got back in a trade at the trade deadline. You got someone like Francisco Morales. If you take a look at his numbers from last year, yes, not very good numbers, but the guy has some good grades with his scouting in the scouting grades. Fastball is good, slider at a 65, so maybe you could see Morales help out at some point. Dre Gawain, $1.99 super chat. Close source to me saying Story to the Rangers. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second because I also saw that out there. And actually, Hector Gomez was retweeting that. And we even got a little something about Carlos Correa. All of a sudden, this, tonight just got a little wonky. And of course, we streamed, and then everything decided to want to happen after we streamed. So, we're just still waiting for a few more people to come in. We're just under 400 at the moment. We're at 375. Let me just make sure there's nothing else. But, wow. This is a big move, man. The Phillies, this is a very good lineup. I mean, come on now. Actually, if we go to the updated projections, let me go to, remember they came out with these projections last week or a few days ago. So the Phillies, I'm not sure if they've updated this or not, but they have updated the Phillies on the depth chart. I mean, oh, man. Just look at this. I mean, this wow. I'm very happy that the Phillies did this. This is just extremely good. This is a Phillies team. It just feels like they've been missing something. It just felt like they had good players, and it just felt like something just wasn't there. It's like I see good players on this team, but they don't win. And I'm like, I don't get it, because they had good starting pitching with Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola. Had the MVP last year, one of the best catchers in the game. And I'm thinking, what the heck is this team? Why is this team just never... You got a good manager in Joe Girardi. Jimmy Productions, $1.99. The Phillies suck, and Bryce Harper is overrated. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what ends up happening this coming year, Jimmy. I'm just saying. But... Jimmy Productions, if my potato brain serves me correctly, I think you're a Nationals fan. I think. Can't get salty. But moving on. The Phillies, this is great. Wow. You got guys in the minors that can help out. I definitely think we could see Stott at some point. You even got some other guys here. Luis Garcia. Maybe O'Hop can help out at some point, possibly. I don't know where, but you got Muziato. Muziato, what are his stats from last year? He had a really good stat line last year, only in 20 games, but 296, had a 375 on base. So maybe you can see something of him. I also really like Matt Vierling. I wouldn't be surprised to see Matt Vierling. So in the designated hitter spot, they have Schwarber. So it's going to be interesting with Schwarber and Castellanos. One of them are going to have to play in the outfield. So Kyle Schwarber, let's go take a look at their defensive numbers from last year. So, because this is interesting. One of them are going to have to go out and play in left. So, which, it's not the worst thing if they have to go play left. So, if we go take a look here, the advanced numbers. So, who are we on? We're on Schwarber right now. So, Schwarber in left field last year, he had -5 defensive runs saved and a -3.4 UZR. Nick Castellanos, on the other hand, negative. So actually, he actually did not play that much in left. So he only played. Or actually, no, this was back in 2019. So funny enough, he's been more of a right fielder, and it sounds like left field. And that's why you heard some rumblings of the Red Sox maybe getting involved, where maybe they were kicking some tires a little bit. Maybe you could have thrown him out there in left field with the Green Monster. But it seems like, honestly, he doesn't have a lot of experience out there. Kyle Schwarber has a lot more experience out in left field. So it's interesting how they're going to do this. Do you want to put Schwarber out there, who's more experienced in the outfield? Sure, not good numbers, but he's played in left field more. Whereas Castellanos is also not good in the outfield, but he hasn't played a lot of left. So what do? I guess maybe you rotate them. I don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see. But I don't know. We've had a couple of super chats come in. Manuel Vargas, I'm so sorry. I missed your super chat earlier. I thought there were two. Manuel Vargas, thank you so much. Now Phil's, let's go grab Story 2. I don't see that, man. Manuel, I don't see it. I think they're going to be set with Stop, man. I think they're done spending. Beating Cozy, $4.99. Dodgers might as well pick up Soler since Kenley. We've seen the Dodgers connected with Jorge Soler, so that's going to be interesting. Could they end up getting him? Reagan Williams, tomorrow morning, Story to the Rangers. Hope you're having a good night. Love the content. Man, oh man. Could you imagine? Let's get into the whole Trevor Story one, because that is really interesting. All of a sudden, we saw now. Okay, so Castellanos, great move for the Phillies. Wrapping this up, wow. This lineup is looking really good. I really thought the Marlins were the best team for him. They really needed that bat. Sounds like they couldn't come up with the money for him. So we're gonna have to wait and see how they. There's my line again. Wait and see. But we are gonna have to see what the Marlins do, with that lineup. Or I guess, unless maybe there's another bat out there, maybe possibly in a trade. Maybe someone like Austin Meadows could be good. We're gonna have, again, wait and see. So let's move on here. We saw another interesting tweet. Another very interesting tweet. Hector Gomez retweeted this. This was from MLB Drops. So Hector Gomez actually pointed this out because he was the one that retweeted this. And then he retweeted again saying, remember, MLB Drops broke Garrett Richards and Brad Miller's agreement with the Rangers. So, Jimmy, yes, Nationals fan. All right, we're in a rebuild. Hey, I don't think they're in a rebuild. I think they're in a retool. I think they're in a bit of a retool. So, Jimmy Productions, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Are we all caught up on the super chats now? Yes. So, here we go. Now, back to this. MLB Drops, I guess he's been pretty good with Rangers stories. So, I guess he's got a connection somewhere with the Rangers. So, taking a look here. Hector Gomez saying the Rangers are in pursuit of Trevor Story. Sound FX09. What is going on? My story tonight is the Atlanta Braves signing Kenley Jansen, 1-year deal. Consider this bullpen: Minter, McHugh, Lee, Webb, Jackson, Strider, Matzek, Smith, and Jansen. Good freaking luck. I love that all three of these teams in the East, they're so good. This is going to be a really good National League East. Beating Cozy, $1.99. Can you do a way too early playoff bracket? I'm honestly, to me, I don't know, man. I still gotta look through stuff, man. I don't know. I know I got my predictions going to be coming up sometime in the next couple of weeks. It's going to have to happen, but I mean, I don't know, man. My head is just spinning right now, man, because the Phillies now are looking really good. I got to go look over some schedules. You got to kind of look at it all, man. But let's get back to Trevor Story. Sound FX, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my friend. Very happy for you for the Braves. Beating Cozy, thank you for the $1.99. Jimmy Productions, $1.99 coming in. I think the best fit for Story is the Giants. I think that the Giants are a great fit. I think the Red Sox are a great fit. Yes, Velo 48. Yes, we were looking at that earlier. But man, if you take a look here, is there anything else about Trevor Story that I just haven't seen? Because I just basically got on. So Bryce Harper, big in the Phillies recruitment. But let's go back here. So here's the thing with Trevor Story, right? Again, MLB Drops saying that they are in pursuit. Okay, well, let's actually go to here we go. It says here, Rangers pursuing Trevor Story. Trevor Story also has mutual interest in Texas and is willing to take a smaller deal to go there. Remember with Trevor Story, we've seen that connection with Texas, right? There's that hometown connection. So here's the thing. Where does he play with the Texas Rangers? Here's the thing. Corey Seager, there has been talks of him maybe moving over and playing third down the road. Remember when they were talking with there was the whole Corey Seager and the Yankees? Remember that? Corey Seager, they talked a lot about maybe eventually, because people were thinking, well, if they go sign Corey Seager, they got a couple of young shortstops, Peraza and Volpe. People were saying, well, Corey Seager might end up, could move over to third base at some point. So if you take a look at Seager, in his career, back in 2015, he did play 6 games at third. So here's the thing with Story. Okay? Here's the thing with Trevor Story. You got to remember, and it really comes down to how is his arm doing? So, funny enough, if we go to Baseball Savant, if we go look at Trevor Story, so someone actually, I believe someone either tagged me in this or someone messaged it to me. So, I believe his throwing velocity, let me actually pull up, I don't know where it would be. I feel like there was his velocity on his throws were down. So, I don't know. View detailed defensive visuals. Maybe it was something, I don't, again, but it said it was from StatCast. So I don't know where I would find it, but there was something about Trevor's story. Hold on, let me actually just Google it. Let's see. Arm. I don't even know where I would find it. I know it was something that was on MLB Network. It was like a screen. It was like a graphic. I don't even know where I would find it. But, and again, I don't know where to find it on StatCast. It was his throws. Basically his arm strength was down, right? And some of his throws were off, right? He was just kind of having a tough time. His range is really good. I don't think Story would move to third. I don't know. He doesn't sound like a great fit for third base if his arm strength is down. And why would you put him at third if his range is that good? You know what I mean? If his range is good, that's a waste. I don't think he would move to third. So let's go check Marcus Semien. You know, because you could put him at second. I know he wants to play short, but with Marcus Semien, actually last year, how much third did he play? He didn't play any third last year. I feel like he has played third in the past. He's played a little bit, but that was a while ago, back in 2014. So, to me, if they sign Trevor Story, I'm just saying that I think Corey Seager would be the one to move to third. Or, with Trevor Story, because he has such good range, would he be open to playing the outfield? It's possible. So, MLB Drops. So, he's been tweeting a little bit. Again, he's been pretty good with the Texas news. Says here, he wants to be in closer to home with his kids. So it says here, to note, the Stories are from North Texas, very active in the childbirth game, have a huge desire to play for the Rangers. He had this desire prior to Seager signing, but physicals and other x-rays didn't look great. Nick Solak at third. Yeah, you could do that too. I would think, so if we could actually go to the Rangers here. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. I'll be honest, though, like, if you have a choice at third base between, like, you know, someone like Trevor Story and Nick Solak, I'm going Trevor Story all day. Let's go to the Rangers. Why am I? Oh, here we go. Goodness, I'm, like, blind right now. 600 people in the chat. Everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. That's going to help us get out there for people looking for coverage on this. Thank you for all the new subscribers. So, like you pointed out here, don't forget they also just got Brad Miller. So Nick Solak, you know, he is projected for left right now, at least on Fangraphs. He actually played a lot of second last year. So the ring, it's interesting here. It's interesting. So, you know, with MLB, again, you know, he's been good with Rangers reports. So he's been on the money when it comes to the Texas Rangers. So, it says here, MLB Drops is suggesting Story to the outfield, and he would be an infield replacement. It comes down to, will he, I think, if the Rangers go 3 years and an option maybe they could get it done. If he wants to play in Texas, which I remember in the early offseason, I was saying, you know, Story he has that Texas connection, And I believe he even had comments before where he talked about how, when they went to Arlington Park, he said it was cool to play there, and, it was his hometown. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Seth Schummings. What is going on? Who's Seth Schummings? Oh, Seth Cummings. I think you meant Cummings, right? Is that his name? I know. How do you spell it? Is that how you spell it? See, why didn't that? See, I was just typing in the name. Why wasn't that coming up? DC-based independent reporter. Oh, is he the one to first report it? Oh, that's cool. So he was the one that was on it. That's cool. Hey, good for him. Good for him. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that. Adrian, $2 super chat. Depending on Correa, I think either Astros or Cards. It's so interesting. It's so interesting because I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, this is just like Adrian Gomez Ortega, $2 super chat. Depending on Correa, I think either Astros or Cards. Man. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, he definitely could go to the Astros. The Astros would make sense too because he would be in Texas. So there's a connection there. So, or it's funny because earlier he was reportedly down to 4 teams. Could that mystery team have been the Rangers? Remember, John Heyman said that there were 2 mystery teams. It sounds like the Rangers were one of them. I mean, if MLB Drops is saying the Rangers now, they had to be one of the mystery teams. Who could the other mystery team be? Could it be the Astros? So I'm trying to think here. So if Trevor Story wants to play in Texas, I would imagine the Rangers and the Astros are atop his list. You don't know what's going on with the Astros because of Carlos Correa. Does Trevor Story want to? He can't really risk it, because if he's gonna wait on Correa, he can't wait on Correa. He's got to find a deal for himself. I don't think he's gonna wait on the Astros. So, Jimmy Productions. He also said something about the Nats being interested. Did he? I didn't see that. That's interesting. Nationals had discussions with Freeman. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's interesting. Seth Cummings saying the Nationals. Hey, I've said that. I was saying here, I think earlier, I said the Nationals could have been a mystery team, right? Because the Nationals need a shortstop. If you go to I think I was talking about the Nationals. Was I? When I was talking in the last stream, for anyone, if you were here in the last stream, did I say that the Nationals were a possibility for Trevor Story as maybe a mystery team? I think I did. So, but Alcides Escobar right now is at short. So, it would make sense because he's 35 years old and they don't have a shortstop in the minors. So, Quinn Johnson, $5. Did you see Julio Rodriguez 3-run shot today? He's looking good, man. So excited for him. Wish the Mariners get another picture, though. Don't think the Athletics want a deal. Yeah, it's weird, right? I think they're just waiting it out. I think they're trying to get as much back as they can for Montez and Minaya. Montez, they can get a pretty nice haul for him. So, Quinn Johnson, thank you so much. I could definitely see Minaya moving a little quicker. So, but yeah, interesting. I didn't notice that Seth Cummings said this. Yeah, he said the Nationals, well, he's saying the Nationals are a mystery team. So, yeah, earlier I was talking about it, and I mean, they have a hole, but people think the Nationals are going through like this rebuild. They're going through a retool. I mean, they got good players on this team. You obviously have Juan Soto. You just signed Nelson Cruz. Carter Keyboom could be pretty good if he finally just gets it together. Kyber Ruiz is a good young catcher. They have Josh Bell. You have Strasburg atop the rotation, looking pretty good so far in the spring. Corbin, if he can get himself back on track, that could be good. Josiah Gray, young pitcher, could turn into something good. So why couldn't the Nationals add someone like Trevor Story? They're just not really mentioning. The Rangers seem, I don't know, man. I think if the Rangers are only going 2 years, I don't know, man. I don't think he goes there. They're offering him 2 years. So it's weird because Story wants 4 years. But I don't think teams are gonna, I don't know. I think they're worried about him at short. I think teams see him as a second baseman because he has the range, but his velocity on his throws are down. So if the Rangers are only giving him 2 years, they're not going to go 4. I don't know. I mean, they'll go maybe 3 max. I don't think they'll go 4 unless Story comes down to 3. But does Story want a 3-year deal? I don't think that's going to serve him very well. So I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I just think the Rangers are a little iffy. I don't know. But why would the Rangers want to only give him a 2-year deal? He's not going to play third. He's never played outfield. I mean, teams have thought of him as an outfielder. Like, has he ever played outfield? I don't think he has in the majors. But why would he accept a deal to be an outfielder? I would imagine he wants shortstop money. What, is he going to play center? He's only played short. So he hasn't even played the outfield. I just don't see him taking a deal to be an outfielder. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know, man. Jimmy Productions, $4.99. It's just our pitching rotation that needs help. Also, Cade Cavalli. Oh, yes, Cade Cavalli, yes. Forgot about Cade Cavalli. How could I forget about Cade Cavalli? Very good numbers last year. So, and you could probably definitely see him. So I'm seeing Brandon Kelly, like Story in center. He's never done it in the major leagues. Like, I don't doubt that he could, but why would teams throw money at him to be a center fielder when he's never played center field? Bumbo, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Everyone, 99 cents per month, and you can become a member. You can have emojis and badges in the chat, and you can also join a Discord where you can talk baseball throughout the day. So, I don't know, everyone. I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying the Rangers getting Story. And if they do, it was clear he just wants to go to Texas. He wants to play for the Rangers. So I think that's really going to be the big motivation. He just wants to play for that organization. But will he sacrifice money and years to do that? That doesn't sound very smart. It doesn't sound like we've seen many guys where, look at Nick Castellanos. Nick Castellanos could have gone to his hometown Marlins. You know, Marlins probably, I don't know if they offered him a deal, but I would imagine they probably offered him something. If they did offer anything, it was probably cheap. I mean, he didn't take a discount he would be taking a discount, I think, to go to the Rangers. If it's not a discount for money, he's going to take a discount on years. So I don't see that. I don't see him going to the Rangers. I just don't. There is no state tax, Robert. That is true. Unless he just really wants to play in Texas and he wants to be close to home. If he's willing to take less money, and maybe less years to play for the Rangers in the outfield? I mean, sure. You know, you could move Seager over to third, and you can have Story play short. That could also work too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. What did he say? Again, the report of Story wanting 4 years from the Rangers is already seen by him as a hometown discount compared to what he wants. That's what if he's thinking 4 years is a discount, and the Rangers are offering 2. You know, and the Rangers, you don't see very often a team they go up 2 years in an offer. You know, maybe they'll go up 1, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Story a lot. Team should give him what he wants. I do like Trevor Story. I do like Trevor Story, and I think it would be really cool if he went to the Rangers. I just wonder if that's going to be a deal that just makes a lot of sense for both sides. You know? He's saying 4 years is a discount. I mean, the Rangers aren't going to give him 5 years. They'll give him a couple, maybe with like an option, you know, maybe 3 with an option. Maybe they could do a 3-year deal with a club option. So, but I don't know. I find it hard to think that Seager seems to be their long-term shortstop. He could move down the road, but does Seager move now? I don't know. What do those guys want to do? But I find it very hard to believe that Trevor Story, who wants to play shortstop, is going to move to the outfield. I find that very hard to believe. It doesn't sound like good money. It sounds, I don't know. He was saying this offseason he wants to play short. Why the heck would he want to go play in the outfield? Unless he's like, all right, Texas, I need to be here. I'll go play some center field for you. I'll go play some left. I'll go play some right. I don't see it though. Levi, talk about the White Sox. What do you want to know about the White Sox? White Sox are looking pretty good. I like their team. They just need to get it done in the playoffs. I like the rotation. I mean, the bullpen, really looking good. Really like that bullpen. Man, you know? I love the addition of Josh Harrison. I thought that was pretty good. You got Lurie Garcia, too. Both guys are pretty versatile. I like the White Sox. Bumbo, $5 super chat. Keep these streams going. Really enjoy them while at work. Keep it up. Hey, Bumbo, man, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Glad I can bring you some kind of entertainment, my friend. I appreciate you coming out. But everyone, I am not going to stay too much longer. But one more thing I do want to point out. Now, iTalk Studios, he has gotten some stuff right before, man. So you cannot discredit this. So he did mention here that the Atlanta Braves are in on Correa. Jimmy Productions, $1.99 super chat. Do you see the Mets? Or no, sorry, that's not it. Also, didn't Story say he wanted to play shortstop? Yeah, Jimmy, yeah. So he said he wants to play shortstop. Why the heck would he want to go play in the outfield? So, Antonio, $1.99. Do you see the Mets adding another bat? I don't. They already have enough. Maybe through a trade if they did, but you got McNeil. I mean, you got J.D. Davis. I mean, you got a lot of bats already there, you know? It's already pretty crowded there. So, yeah, I don't see that. And then, why am I going blank on the Mets tonight? Why am I going so blank on the Mets? I forgot J.D. Davis earlier. Why am I forgetting his name? J.D. Davis, Jeff McNeil. What the heck is his name? Why am I forgetting his name? Wow. My potato brain has just completely cut off. Who is the other? Dominic Smith. Oh my God. I was about to have an aneurysm. I think I'm getting dementia, everyone. I'm having early onset dementia. Homeless Jesse, what's going on? Giants should have signed Correa. The amount of butthurt Dodger fans would have been worth it. Oh, Dodger fans would have been just quite upset. Oh, man. Sean, JD Davis is painfully mid. You know, if he's healthy, the guy can hit, man. Jimmy Productions, story to the Cubs, need a shortstop. I don't know if they do it, man. They don't want to go the years. Man. But iTalk Studios saying here the Braves are in on Correa. Now, he's not necessarily saying they're gonna sign him, but they've made some phone calls. Right? It seems like some phone calls have been made. So the saga of Carlos Correa continues. Okay? The saga of Carlos Correa. Now, you know, will the Braves end up signing Correa? I doubt it. But hey, teams can make a phone call. Teams can always make a phone call. How in are they? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if they've made a call. Teams always make calls. Teams always kick tires. So, hold on 1 second, everyone. Okay, so, but yeah, the Braves, I definitely think, if we go look at the Braves right now, if they were to sign Correa, if you look at their payroll, Swanson you got there for a little while. So, with Swanson, oh, well, actually, no, I was wrong. I thought he was there for a couple more years. He's got one more year. So, with Correa, that could be your, but then what do you do with that logjam this year? You know, do you trade Swanson? Do you trade Albies? And could you move Swanson over to second if you got Correa? And then what do you do with Albies? Do you move? You won't move Albies. Albies is very good. I don't see it. You know, where do you put Correa? Could you move Swanson maybe to the outfield? You know? Jimmy Productions, $4.99. If the Nats did trade Juan Soto, what do you think they could get back in return? They'd get a haul, my friend. You would be getting, I've actually put together a trade before. Baseball trade values doesn't even let you put together a trade because there's just no way that they would trade him at this point. But you would buy, if you were to go to the White Sox, you would get Luis Robert, Garrett Crochet, and another big prospect. I can't remember who it was, or another big young player. It might have been Robert, Moncada, and Crochet. I think that's what it was. So you'd get an absolute haul for Juan Soto. You'd have to give up a phenom type of player for Juan Soto. So, but yeah, honestly, I don't see the Braves doing this. I think, hey, maybe make a phone call. So Jacob Negan, MLB Drops just deactivated. What? No, what the? Oh, what is this? What just happened? What happened to MLB Drops? Oh my, what do you mean he got exposed? Really? Hey, whatever. I don't feel bad because Hector Gomez was retweeting it, okay? Hey, I was listening to Hector Gomez, okay? I followed him, man. How? What happened? Tim Hires' son? Who's Tim Hires? No. No, what is this? Adrian Gomez, $2. Braves pull another Freeman and trade Swanson. Could you imagine? Dude, how did they figure it out? How did they? I got to edit this title. Hold on. I got to get rid of this. Oh, my God. Hey, listen, it wasn't me that fell for it. Hey, this isn't when I fell for that one Harold guy, okay? This isn't that. This is not that. Remember when I fell for like a guy named Harold or something? Anyone remember that? I fell for that. And then I did like a video and everything. Who remembers when I fell for Harold? This wasn't that. This is not that. So don't even. Hector Gomez was retweeting all of this. Where is it? See, hey, Hector Gomez, man. He's got the blue check mark. He was retweeting it. So don't. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I know I'm a potato, but at least I was following a credible source. So don't hate me, okay? I fell for it. We all fell for it. Okay, but here's the thing. I've been sitting here the whole time, like I'm seeing this MLB Drops. So it makes sense that, well, if Tim Hires he's the former first baseman. So if Tim Hires is the hitting coach for the Rangers, and that was his son, well, it's no wonder that his son was, getting all this information about about him signing Brad Miller. Yeah, Kale, that was a weird. When I read that, I was like, what? Very active in the childbirth game. I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I've never seen anything worded like that before. I was like, I remember thinking that. I'm like, that was weird. I was like, whatever. How did they figure it out? Can anyone tell me how they figured it out? I need to know. I have to know. Did Tim Hires post something? How did they figure this out? What is this? Hello. Joseph Hires. Oh no. What is this? Half of MLB Drops, Rangers and Grizzlies, dude. What is this? In the offseason, Hires lives with his family in Loganville. They have 3 children, Zach, Ashley, and Joseph. Oh. No. Oh. How did they find this? Like, who found this? He outed himself? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. He did say Brad Miller signed with the Rangers, and the other one that said he signed. So he did tweet those things. So I can understand why someone would fall for it, because he had tweeted stuff before. Where was that Hector Gomez tweet? Yeah, so, oh no, that wasn't it. Where was it? Remember, MLB Drops broke Garrett Richards and Brad Miller. So, this is kind of funny though. They deserve to be trusted. Oh, I mean, you can't like, he did tweet about those things. So you can't like fully get mad at it because it's like, okay, well he did correctly tweet about Richards and Miller's and Miller signing. So, yeah. Rangers are not in on Story. Let's just get to that. I've been sitting here thinking, why the heck would the Rangers want Story? You've all been sitting here. I've looked confused. People are like, oh, he could move to the outfield. I'm like, why the heck would he move to the outfield? Why would he go to the outfield when he wants shortstop money? And why would he do that? Because he wants to go play. Do you know how many times players, like, you know, they could go to a hometown team? Do you know how very little often that happens? It doesn't happen very much. So, yeah, but Chase, he's not going to play third base. Trevor Story will not play. Why would he play third base? His range is phenomenal. At third base, you're limiting his range. Like, you're just, and he doesn't have the arm strength. He had a bum arm last year. So, you know, like why? Like it makes no sense for Trevor Story to play third. Good range, but is lacking an arm. That makes no sense for third base. So that makes sense for second. You know, but yeah, like there's no way he was going to go play the outfield. The only way I saw it was if Seager moved, but yeah. So, hey, honestly, maybe his kid wasn't lying. You know, maybe the kid wasn't lying, but maybe what happened with so if that was actually Tim Heyer's son. His dad probably said to him like, "Hey, guess Trevor Story. Maybe they're talking to Trevor Story," and his son went on there and tweeted about it. So once that tweet started getting, you want to know what probably got Tim Heyer's attention? Jimmy Productions, $1.99. So which teams are the four for Story? You think? I think the Red Sox. I think the Giants. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers have made a call. I know it seemed his son was definitely just kind of like, he was throwing stuff out there. If that's really what ended up happening, if that was his son. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers made a phone call. I would say the Red Sox, the Giants, probably the Rangers made a phone call. Maybe the Angels, honestly. Maybe the Angels. That's what I would think. Because the Angels really could use a shortstop. Chill Boy, Yanks maybe a sleeper for Story. I mean, maybe. Probably not, though. Probably not, I would imagine. And then and then the Twins, obviously. The Twins, if they want to move Polanco to second. So, but yeah. Then you got the Mariners, too, and the Nationals. And the Nationals, of course. So, I don't think there's only 4 teams. I think there's a lot of teams out there that would like to have Story. So, again, Red Sox, Giants, Rangers probably made a phone call. Who knows what the Angels are doing? The Angels are adding pitching left and right. They're not adding a lot of position players. So, I don't know about the Angels, to be honest. I think I was saying earlier the Nationals could be a sleeper team. And then Cummings was tweeting out that the Nationals were indeed a mystery team. So I could see the Nationals. I don't think the Phillies. Probably the Cardinals have made a phone call, but the Cardinals they have to move DeYoung. So what do you do there? I don't know. But Evan Grant, he says here, am hearing the Rangers and Story have had some level of contact. If Story isn't happy with his market, might make sense to go shorter deal. Play another position and play at home. Bet on himself, a la Semien. I've said the same thing. Now what is shorter means to Rangers and what it means to Story. Dude, I don't think Story goes to the Rangers. Dude, he's not going to... I think when they say play another position, when I say... Hold on 1 second, everyone. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I had to make a quick phone call. Anonymous, no. That's not what it was, Anonymous. That's not what it was. No, sorry about that, everyone. Had to make a quick phone call. I got a text, and I had to make that phone call. I'm so sorry. No. What? What is this? What do you mean Maldonado is saying? What do you mean? What is going on? Sorry, I tried? What does this mean? This is a... What? Okay, everyone. I'm just pointing this out. Okay? Hold on a second. Everyone, don't you think it's maybe a little weird that iTalk Studios put this out? And now Maldonado is saying, sorry, I tried. So hold on, just in case you're coming in. Just in case you're coming in. iTalk Studios, about 2 hours ago, texted the tweeted Jimmy Productions. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. He didn't go. No, he didn't. You're capping. You're capping. I don't ever say that word, but you're capping. No, he didn't. Where? No, I don't buy it. But I will type in some Carlos Correa. What is this? Who the heck is Shonda Brown? Who is this? Shonda Brown. Carlos Correa will re-sign with the Astros, sources tell Grundle Sports. Who the heck is Grundle Sports? Okay, it's fake. Okay, it's fake. Okay. Whew. It's a fake one, everyone. God, I hate Twitter, man. Okay, yeah. Carlos Correa is not going to the Twins. Again, so... Yeah, honestly, Jose Estrada, I'm going to be honest with you. I do think Maldonado he comes off a bit of a troll. You know? So this is actually really funny. Oh my God. As a second grade teacher. Oh, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. Tried. But yeah, I don't know what to think about. I don't know what to think about that. iTalk Studios he does have a guy. I will say that right now. He has a guy. So, yeah. I believe iTalk Studios way more than MLB Nerds. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you all that right now. But he's not saying that the Braves are signing Carlos Correa. He's just saying they're in. So, yeah, Ethan, I'm going to be honest. I do think it is becoming a bit of an issue. And I think, honestly, the best people to follow. But that is true, Mike M. That is true. But I'm going to be honest with you. With iTalk, he has someone that might know if another team had made a phone call. That's all I'm going to say on that. So it's possible that he could have known that. But anyway, for I don't know. This is interesting. Martin Maldonado saying, sorry, I tried. This is pretty funny. But I don't know, man. Honestly, just don't believe anything until one of the big guys say it. That's the big thing. Don't be falling for these guys like MLB Nerds. honestly, don't listen to anyone unless it's coming from a blue check mark or whatever color check mark they have. That's pretty much it. So, Jimmy Productions, Correa is an interesting free agent. No obvious fit. Yeah. The most obvious fit for Carlos Correa, there's two. It's the Orioles and the Angels. Those are the most obvious fits. So, I'm just saying. Raj, tried is one letter off from tribe. I guess they're kind of close on the keyboard. Yeah, a lot of non-Chuck Mark accounts have been right this offseason, and it's weird. I know, Jorge, it's not like there are some out there, and honestly, I think they're just a lot of these people, they have friends or they have like a family member, that work for the organization. So it makes sense that that Tim Heyer's son is on Twitter breaking Rangers news. So this is what I think happened with that. So Tim Heyer's, his son, supposedly was the guy behind MLB Drops. I think he just took it too far. And once Riley, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. Here's what I think happened, right? So let me go back to that tweet. Okay, so Hector Gomez is an MLB insider, okay? He's got a lot of followers, right? He tagged MLB Drops. And once he did that, that's when it got kind of serious. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so like once he said the whole thing about, Trevor Story and the Rangers, someone saw it. And they were like, whoa, what are you doing? What's going on? Hector Gomez, why are you tweeting about this? And Hector Gomez is like, oh, well, this account, MLB Drops, he tweeted about Brad Miller and Garrett Richards going to the Rangers. So, so I don't know. He seems like a credible source. And then that's when probably word got to the Rangers and they're like, whoa, hey, like someone's tweeting about the Rangers, like, talking to Trevor Story. And someone was like, all right, who the heck is this account? So that's what I think happened. Once, did Ken Rosenthal tweet him? I don't know. I just find it funny that he deleted the account when Hector Gomez retweeted him. So Jimmy Productions, yes. Truman, yes. We were just looking at that. Jimmy Productions, $1.99. Breaking. Devontae Adams arrested. DUI. Driving 120 miles an hour. Didn't he just get traded? Is that true? Where are you seeing that? What? Yeah, hey, Jimmy Productions, man. Hey, we gotta calm it down with that. We gotta calm it down with that, dude. Yeah, dude. We can't do that. So thank you for the super chat, but we can't be doing that, dude. Nope. Let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, so Rosenthal had tweeted Drops before. Oh my God, Technical Jeff. That's MLB Drops is a very trusted source that deserves our trust. And there's a drive and a deep left by Castellanos. No. Man, oh, man. So we're going to have to wait and see, man, what ends up happening. But at least the news that we do know of, is the Phillies getting Nick Castellanos. So that is definitely confirmed. So, but where will Trevor Story go? I don't know. I have no idea. Now that we all know that MLB Drops is a fake account, now we can all go to sleep in peace. So, Mr. Steal Your Pasta. Think the Phillies trade Didi and start Stott? I definitely think it's possible. Maybe by the end of spring training, maybe they could do something like that. See how Didi looks during the spring. Glenn, what's going on? Cards get Mania or Story? I think more likely they get Mania. Zeppelin, do I play MLB The Show? I haven't. I'm waiting for the MLB The Show 22. I'm gonna be doing probably a Road to the Show like weekly stream. It'll be like a Road to the Show / like Q&A stream. So I will be doing MLB The Show for this coming season. So, Nahuan, Robbie, hopefully Martin Maldonado's tweet means something. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why he's even... It's just like, dude, come on. You're a grown man. Can you get off Twitter? It's like, come on. I mean, who am I to talk? Oh, good grief. I take that back. Let's see. Phillies should trade Segura to the Red Sox. Makes sense. I mean, hey, wouldn't be a bad idea. So, but yeah. All right, everyone. Well, we're going to have to wait and see probably till tomorrow what ends up happening. I was not planning on going live. It's like, I'm so sick of these guys that like, it's like, can these guys just sign earlier? You know, can they just sign earlier? Like, why do you have to do this at like 11 o'clock at night? I really don't get it. Like, why do you have to wait until the wee hours of the morning to sign a deal? Like, why can't you do this at like 6 o'clock? Also, Hector Gomez did say this earlier. Jimmy Productions, $1.99. At least we're not in a lockout anymore. Oh, thank God. Thank God. So, Hector Gomez did say this. The talks are turning around the number of years of the agreement. Soler is looking for a contract in the range of 3 to 5 years. I could see a 3-year deal for Soler. Honestly, I don't think he gets 5, maybe 4. I think 3 would be more likely. So, the Padres are intensifying talks with Jorge Soler. The Braves remain very interested in bringing him back. I think they should bring him back. They brought back Rosario, a left-handed bat. You bring back Soler. There's a righty bat. So that's what I think. But, well, Mario Kart. So that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing earlier. You know, like I did a stream earlier, but like, I mean, hey, you know, I think I started at like 8:30. Yeah, I don't want to go too late because, you know, sometimes that's maybe too late for some people. So I think 8 o'clock. I usually try to go 8, 9, somewhere in that range. So Jimmy Productions, $1.99. Who's better, Cruz or Schwarber? I'll take Schwarber. Jimmy, thank you for the $1.99. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I didn't want to come on too long. Hey, Nick Castellanos going to the Phillies. Finn Sweet, I see your super chat coming in. Yes, we were just looking at it. There's this Nats reporter named Seth Cummings who broke Castellanos before everyone, and he says the Nats are a mystery team on Correa. I'm just saying, in my post-lockout predictions for free agents, I did say Correa to the Nationals. I think Correa ends up... These are my top 3 picks for Correa. I think the Nationals, the Orioles, and the Astros, in no particular order. those three teams. I think they make the most sense. That was another team I said earlier, and the Nationals need a shortstop. So I said the Orioles and the Angels were a clear fit, and also the Nationals because they don't have a shortstop, and it looks like they're trying to compete. So let me actually go back to Seth Cummings' page. When did he just tweet that out about Correa? Oh, wow. What if I told you the Nats are a mystery team for Correa? I predicted it. In my post-lockout predictions, I said Correa to the Nationals. And then lately, I've been thinking the Orioles could definitely do it. And then and he definitely could end up going back to the Astros. So you all know I've been saying all of this. We're going to have to wait and see, man. So going to have to wait and see. I don't know. At this point, it's like I really just want these guys to sign because it is just getting a little tiring, honestly. Like just seeing these fake accounts, seeing like just all of these just reports and like just sign somewhere, you know? It is fun, like, but it does get a little tiring, you know? I don't know what's fake. I don't know what's real. At the end of the day, what we know is real. What we know is real are guys like Jeff Passan, Heyman. We know those guys are for real. Wow, that's actually a pretty interesting tweet by Heyman here. In some ways, Chris Bryant fit Philly best. But as it turns out, they got both Schwarber and Castellanos for less than Bryant. Combined, Castellanos and Schwarber were 179. And then Bryant got 182. So that is interesting. Yeah, I agree. Skull 05, I agree. That's why I think MLB Nerds, I think he's just full of baloney. I have noticed with MLB Nerds, he is someone that he just wants to get a lot of followers. Like he'll just throw. Remember going back to his preseason rankings? I mean, they were so bad. They were so bad. And then like, you know what also with MLB Nerds? This one kind of drives me nuts because I don't know why he pins this. It says the Rangers are acquiring Mitch Garver in exchange for a package surrounding. So he pinned this tweet saying that he was the one that broke it first. Passan tweeted it like 2 minutes before. So I don't know why he's pinning this. Like he's acting like he broke it. He didn't break it. Passan tweeted it like 2 minutes prior. So I don't know. MLB Nerds, he is someone where his preseason projections, some of them were just absolute garbage. But like people are like believing everything he says. And it's like, dude. Like he's tweeting this, like Rangers have significant interest in Michael Conforto. Like it's a bunch, I don't know. He just does it to get attention. So, I don't know. One more tweet from John Heyman. Oh, that was the tweet. So, oh man. Garrett Mashburn, did Maldonado tweet again? What's he tweeting now? Oh, yeah. Same one from earlier. So, alrighty. Well, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. It's time for bed. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. No more. No more rumors for tonight. Man. Hopefully we can just get some stuff done tomorrow because I don't want to do this late again tomorrow. Way past my bedtime. Way past my bedtime. I'm an old man over here. I got to get some sleep. So, oh, Alex Boswell, please read me a bedtime story. That sounds wonderful. So, everyone, go get yourself some rest. Go to sleep. Go eat a sandwich. Go have some ice cream. Go do something. So, but I will be back tomorrow at some point. Hopefully we get some news earlier tomorrow. Hopefully we're not having to be up this late. But everyone, have yourself a good night, and I'll talk to you next time.